Welcome to another episode about my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller. Last time I was focusing on some possible stability issues, and I fixed those temporarily, maybe, with adding this and this. Well, another large issue, big issue, is still that with any pressure from the motor, the gears are being shifted up, and that causes that it won't run anyhow, and that on both sides. So, what may be a solution? My initial thought was to replace these massive blocks with kinds of these, but first, I don't have enough of them, and second, the same structure is nearly impossible to maintain or to replicate. Then what else? Well, there is another possibility, and I do have, if it works out, I do have enough material for those. What I can do is using this and this. So these are 4 and 3 more on the other side, and you may have a solution. So in order to construct, this one should go right here. Another one should go right here somewhere, somehow. And then let's focus on the upper side. Then this goes in. And then putting something like this here. Now this is quite long, and if it all fits, I may be able to do it with a shorter one. But this is the initial thought to do. And the question is, what will work out best? And I think this thing may be the answer. So that is what I'm going to construct right now. So let me drag this thing out for now. Careful with the leg. And let me take it out for now. And then try to shift it in, and that is not going to work like that. So this is in, carefully shift it back in, and then I need, how much length do I need anyway? That is a very good question, because it, if I more or less squeeze it, it is a near fit, a very narrow fit. And because what I need to care for is that the gears are fitting. So let's see if this really works. So let's first try with this one. That's one end, and this is really going to be tough. It is flexible, and it has to be flexible to the maximum, I'm afraid. Alright, I need an additional solution, I'm afraid. So let me get rid of this one and put something like this in between. For now, oh, that is a problem as well, because there's the gear. So then I do it from the other way, where there's no gear next to it. And then it's a fit. And how much is a fit? That is a fit as well. So that is one, and that is two. And I think this is a very nice solution. Question is, does it work with everything? And let's see how that will work out. I have to overcome, because here it's not possible, so it has to be here somehow. But I can do it on the other side as well. And here is a nice miss on the gear. So to prepare for the other side, I need this one below, then this one, then this one. So this is for the lower side, and then shift this one in, and this one is for the upper side. And then with this. So let's turn it around. And yes, I need to remove this leg as well to be able to take this out. And then this has to be shifted in here. Yes. And everything, of course, quite carefully, because the gears have to be in touch literally. Then the second one, like this one. And I have an oops here. Why do I have an oops? Because it's, yes, it's not an oops. And this is it. So, will this work? Let's turn on the power and find out. And that is the only way I can find out that this solution will work. And while I had been set and going with both the default firmware and the Android tablet with a freshly charged battery, it went power off. So I have to unfortunately reconnect. Which is of course a nuisance, but if you have watched my videos on this before, then you know that you have to expect the unexpected. Anyway, right now, oops, I am in again, ready to do something, and let's hope that this really works now and that I somehow can, if this works indeed, can do something like the same here, except for the fact that this may not work on one side only. So let's see whatever happens. Well, except for the occasional rattling, yeah. Now where did that go wrong? Because this goes way better than ever, and still I'm not relieved of the rattling, which I think, oh yeah, that's here, definitely here. And why is that happening? Oops, there goes one of the sensors. So wrong place to hold it. This is shifting away. It is really shifting away. So how do I change it? How do I change it? No solution as yet. Then again, does it move on the other side as well? No, it does not move on the other side. So I have to turn around the block this is resting on, and then it is solved. That said, let me change this. Let me see this here. This is on a different spot than the other one. Oh, and it has gone power off again. But apart from that, if I can easily, can I put it here? Yes, because if I can do it here, I can do it here. That should be no problem. And turning around again. And then if I move it, this one here, I can do it here. That's nice. And then of course reconstructing it here so that it doesn't move. And I think this is the most important part. And then I'm done with the rattling. I'm convinced anyway. And yes, tablet has lost connection again. But I'm very optimistic that this will become okay. I just have to remove this entire leg to be able to change that part. Let me share some light, that's better. So I have to remove this and this entire axis to get here. I will do that shortly, yes. And when you think you have it solved, it turns out there is another problem, because now when with this lower part turned 90 degrees, the knob is pointing outwards, which is causing a big problem here. So I need to turn this part, losing the red connecting piece, turn this 180 degrees, and then it will be solved. So I have to get rid of this one momentarily. And this one goes out. This connecting piece can go. This one has to be turned exactly 180 degrees. Can go here. This one can go here. But with this piece to connect everything. Alright. Now this one can go here again. Oops. Alright. This will be alright. Shifting this in. And that is much better. So now the clamp on. And there you go. And that is the big advantage of fischertechnik. There is always a solution to something. Always. Alright, camera back on. Although I'm not using it for now. Because I can only use it using the RoboPro software. On Linux I can use it, but not live. That is the big problem. So, with this solution, that it can't be shifted. Not anymore. So, what does it look like? Solid. I'm not looking at the rubber feet being at large. Because I know, and how do I solve this? I don't as yet. So power it up, and then I have to reconnect. Oops. Waiting for it to come online. There it is. Waiting for the Wi-Fi to arrive. There it is. Connect. And password again. All the familiar things. So here I am again. Turn the light again. And that's is supposed to be working now. So, enter. What is going to happen? This is going to happen. Battery replacement? I think so, although this has been the output for now. But I didn't hear any rattling which I would hear. So I will leave this for now and do something else with going to the other side with the oscilloscope and do some testing there. Because I think this part with the reconstruction is usually successful. And this is then on the oscilloscope location, and I have made a slight change with respect to the probes. I have made a portal or crane, or how do you call it, so all the probe wires are going let's say from the oscilloscope right above and then make this kind of loop so that they approach the controller from above, and this has already been done with the Discovery, the riding robot. So if you have seen that video from this week's blog, then you already have seen it. And this is a very good way to avoid any problem with the probes. So no danger of accidentally hitting the button. The only thing that can go wrong is that it goes power off. Anyway, I have also already edited the known hosts file. I had to do it because of the the last part was with the controller for the Discovery robot. So I've logged in, I'm good to go, and let's see whatever happens. Since I also had made this change, as you've seen in the previous segments, I will try not to intervene manually. Let's see whatever happens. What the is this? Now this won't go, but now what is this? I don't like that at all. So if I do that and lift everything, what will happen then? Hardly any problem. And although here I don't like what I see. I want to see pulses modulation, and that's not what I'm looking at. This is now 2 milliseconds, which should be alright. And this one is up high. So these are the pulses modulation signals, and these are the counter signals. So these are not necessarily the same form, but this should be. Assuming, yeah, well they... What is this pulse modulation anyway? Let's see. The timing is alright, I think. So, what to do about that? Not a clue actually. Let me change it to 5 milliseconds. What happens then? No. Apart from the signals not being the same. But I don't like what is coming from these two probes which control the motor. It obviously works, but apparently it's not pulse width. So what is it? Apart from that, this looks like pulse width, but these are counters. Not really sure what to think about it. Right, last part for this episode. I have shortly reviewed the Discovery, which is the other robot I was talking about, and there I have used a 500 microseconds time base. So if everything is the same, and it should be, considering it's the same controller, same firmware, just a little bit different software, I should get a nice pulse width modulation here. So let's lift it and see whatever happens. I'm not getting a thing. Not getting anything at all. And everything is nicely connected. So the very big question now is, why isn't it doing anything? Other time base. Now it's 200 microseconds. Let's try again. Nope, still absolutely nothing. It's high, it's not even a broad band that I see, that I have to stretch in order to see the waves. So should I have to shorten it? So half a second right now, half a second. You see it is completely delayed. So let me see what happens now. You see that this is now a large band, so it has to be absolutely stretched to a much shorter time base to see anything, but here nothing really is visible. Alright, let's go to one millisecond. Well, still absolutely nothing. How can it be that it is so different? Back to 500 microseconds. To me this makes no sense. What is different to this controller? That the motor signals give such a very different result to see on the scope than with the other robot. Same hardware, same controllers, same firmware, just different software. I don't get it. No, I have to investigate in this. Well, it does work obviously because the motors are running, the legs are doing their thing, but that's about it. That is really about it. And now it's doing nothing. So why is it doing nothing? What if I lift it? Will it then do nothing? Yeah, then it runs. And I'm paying more attention to the upper lines, which don't show anything. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. So what did I do? I added this to make sure that the frame doesn't get pushed upwards again, so the gears stay where they are. And I reconstructed this part here, so there's no rattling, or should not be. Still to do this construction here. I think that would be better. Then with stuff up here. Why not the same signals? I don't know. The same signals as with the other robot using the TXT controller. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give thumbs up, like it. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, and follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. More information on my website, and this is obviously going to be continued. So bye bye.